Hello, all. Welcome and welcome back to Illuminate the Oracle. Happy to have you as always. All right. It's gonna be a collective love reading for all signs. So that's your bag, that's your bag. All right. I thank you for all y'all do around here, for how y'all show your love and your comments, your wonderful comments, and all the love that you spread around here in the community. Um, I'm praying that y'all continue to take care of yourselves. All right, and gifting yourself love and patience and grace during this time, and that you're giving that to your person in in response. There, if you feel yourself, hmm, how do I say, take breaks, right? Let me get my water. Woo! It's also scorcher where I am, so definitely stay hydrated, stay cool. Enjoy. We love the sun too, but enjoy taking cover as well, right? Um, but take the breaks you need, my darlings, okay? Especially when it comes to this counterpart situation. Because the thing is that we have to always keep in mind. Look, I'm telling you because I'm telling myself. I have to tell myself this because I've also been thrown about emotionally this week, and here and there along the way. That's just life, right? But I've always had to remind myself that if I'm feeling angsty or if I feel like I'm waiting for something to arrive, then there's something that I need to be doing or something I need to be gifting myself to remind myself that there is nothing that I'm waiting to arrive, that everything that I'm waiting to arrive is right here. That anything that I'm waiting to wash over me, to make me feel full, that's already arrived. It's already here. Whether that's love, whether that's money, whether that's the employment of my dreams, the love of my dreams, the situation of my dreams, the world of my dreams. If ever I feel like I'm lacking, or if I'm waiting, or I'm feeling like I'm angsty about it, it kind of communicates to the universe that you are without it, that you are that there's a drought. And if the universe feels like there's a lacking, or a feeling of a lacking, or a desperation of something, then it's like spirit will continue to mirror that energy back to you. A feeling of lack, a feeling of like you're waiting for something to occur and nothing ever occurs because the energy is kind of is like wound up. And I think we're kind of wound up in a lot of different kind of ways. I think our concept of time is warped because of all the things that we've had to kind of push through. Okay, I think sometimes we wait on things to drop, or we wait on things to happen quicker for us because of the 21st century time that we live in. But we have to keep in mind that that's new to our souls. This new fast way of moving around, that's what's new. Not waiting for our person, because you have to think yourself, if this is, look, I'm gonna be going off the edge on this concept here, but the thing is, if you feel like you have a counterpart, then you likely feel like you have lived more than just this lifetime. And if you feel like you've lived more than just this lifetime, then the further back you go in time with your person, the slower it was. The longer you had to wait for things to drop, the longer you had to wait to hear from someone. All you had was a telegram or a letter. If you had that, even when I go back to my childhood, there were people had cell phones, but it wasn't about the cell phone because fewer people had that then. So it was about your landline phone. So it was about whether or not you could catch somebody at at the right time. And maybe, hopefully, they'll pick up that landline phone. If they don't, then there's nothing that human beings attach themselves to. They just kind of let it go about their day. And so there was a bit of luxury in the past in that regard, in the sense that we were able to just let time flow a lot easier because we weren't just waiting for things to happen, because we were busy kind of living our life. And so we need to, take breaks for yourself. I take breaks for myself. I definitely needed to. I had definitely had realized that, okay, you need to take a break for yourself because I was feeling emotional. I was feeling like, well, how long am I supposed to put myself out there? But the thing is that, like, it's my duty to put myself out there in some way. It's a part of my life purpose. I said, something may start off to be your reason to do something, and then you do it, and you realize you did it for your own sanity, for your own freedom. It may have started because of someone else, but it became your own freedom. And so, what can we do for ourselves? How can we bring this feeling that we already have it already, so we can feel full, so we can say to the universe, thank you for helping me to feel so full of all these things in my world. But it's on you to maintain that fantasy, to maintain the visual, so the universe can be like, yeah, this manifestation is coming to you, this belongs to you because it matches your energy. Cinderella style. Cinderella wasn't sitting there saying, I don't know, my fairy godmother said that this ride supposed to come through, and I'm over here waiting for a limousine to roll through, and ain't no limousine roll through. And fairy godmother's trying to say, who told you it was going to be a limousine? Who told you any of these things? You ran with your own notion, but we painted for you. Um, Not the exacts, but you know what it was. You know, we have to kind of take responsibility for ourselves, the things that we run with and things that we just don't run with. Sometimes it's best to just allow it just unfold or unravel. But if in the meantime, in between time, we feel angsty, or we feel like something's not happening, then we have to ask ourselves, what in our life is not happening, and how can we fill that up? Because no person is going to help us, even if it's our counterpart. No person is going to help us feel like our life is more full, or like we're not waiting for someone. Because if you're manifesting, you never want to manifest from the energy of lack or that you don't have in any regard. Whether it's a person, whether it's love, whether it's a job. It just, if you manifest from the energy of, well, we'll see, then uh, it's almost like producing a poisonous batch, and you're not quite sure what you're gonna get. Life is like a box of chocolates; you don't know what you're gonna get. But if you're manifesting with intentions, and you're holding on to it, not watching it, because you can't watch seeds grow. What you're gonna just drive yourself crazy by sitting there watching a seed grow. So you just gotta go and make things fun for yourself. All right, so let's go ahead into this prayer. Father God, Mother Divine, Archangel Michael, please cover me and my collective as we receive these messages today. We only seek messages of our highest vibration, messages that you deem for us to receive. Any ill will, evil energy sent our way, kindly remove and return the energy back to its rightful owner. Bind them up in their own energy so they never harm anyone again. In Jesus' name, amen. Ashe, ashe, okay. Not to run over, but oh my goodness, that felt like important. I feel like I need to say that because I love y'all. And I don't ever want y'all to feel like I don't know what y'all going through. I think it is helpful. There's a lot of readers and there's a lot of expertise out there. But when you get a buffet of choices in this 21st century life, it's all the more important for us to hone in on our specificities, specificities, on our specificities, so we don't get ourselves caught up thinking that something belongs to us that doesn't belong to us. You know, um, things could be very specifically tailored for us if we're able to identify it as such. Okay. All right. So let's see. Venus, yeah, Venus. You know, how are we pouring into ourselves? I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. Ember's energy ain't looking out the window wondering, where's my person? Empress is. She's gonna yearn for her person for sure. But, she's also gonna figure out what else she's gonna do that day. What else is there to do? Erotic. I feel like my divine feminine energy is exploring themselves, and if it's like it's that full energy, it's just like it's almost like you allow yourself to. If you just allow yourself to let go, um, in your own experience. It's like, how can we expect to enjoy experiences with people if we're not really gelling to all the opportunities and all of the possibilities of just being with ourselves and to ourselves? Because that's what makes people feel like that's what makes people pass you by. When people pass by an empress energy, it's almost like it's always like, what you doing? What, I don't know what they got. I don't know who they are, but I just know it's something about them that I need to know about. This empress or emperor energies, they could be in a space and place that's completely empty of people. An empty park, an empty space, nobody's on this grass, nobody's over here, nobody's in this restaurant. This restaurant's clear. You have that emperor or that empress sit right there at the window, or just right there on the grass, and that emperor or empress is gonna look up not even within the 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and that same empty space is gonna be filled with people. Man, woman, child, animals, creatures, nature. All of a sudden it's popping. Why? Because it's something about the energy of a person that just you're that person just pulling. Don't chakra. Somebody don't want that out. Somebody don't want you to know your power. Whoever I'm connecting to. Some of y'all could just walk into a restaurant that's empty. You good for that's how good for business you are. You could just walk in and sit there at the window, and all of a sudden there's all these people coming in like, this restaurant looks kind of good. What looks good in that restaurant? Nothing. It's not the building. It's not. If you weren't sitting in that window, they probably would have walked right past that restaurant. It's the company. People always want to be around good company because of how you're able to maintain your energy. Come what may. Look at Cinderella. Come what may. It doesn't matter what comes. A part of this journey is having this assurance and comfort within yourself, whether or not you hear from someone or not. I can hear from my person today or not. And how is my day affected by that? It cannot be affected in any way. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Because I can sit here and say, look, someone is lost without you without in their life. That looks like it's the truth. Someone does view you as exotic or exotic. This says erotic. Erotic. And Venus. So you're definitely in the energy of love. But the thing is, it's more than just to be in the energy of love. You also have to exude it. And so whoever I'm connecting to right here, this is the Empress energy that is they're not just craving it. They're not just like, where is it? They're exuding this. They're embodying this. The first thing that came out was Venus. Look, what is that? How did that song go? It's with confidence. This divine feminine energy says it with her chest. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. It's almost like I'm every woman. Shaka Khan and Whitney Houston. Um, that's firepower energy right there. Aries and Leo could be significant. Um, but yeah, erotic. So this is in the movements. You know, it could be in the way you speak, the way you walk. Erotic. The way you talk, the sound of your voice. Purple. I'm seeing orange here, so there's something about your intuition as well. The way you feel your way through, your intuitive ability is very erotic to people. Orange. That speaks of sacral. That's sacral chakra. Yeah. Yeah. This says on the floor, on the bathroom floor, anywhere. Somebody wants to take you anywhere with you. looks like your angels. Your angels are here. Your spiritual crew got you. Look at Ariel. Ariel. All right. I'm never alone. Divinely guided. Hug. So this is the thing. I also feel like, if you feel like you're uncertain of your journey, if you feel like this is the journey that you're on, your spiritual crew, they let you know. It's also like believe in your heart, right? And also it's purple, so it's believe in your intuition, believe in your heart, believe in what you know to be true, believe in your visions, and don't let anything shake you about from that. Because if you do, it can be done. You you find what you look for, right? So if you're looking for fear, or if you're looking for someone to make you feel doubt, then you'll find that. Okay. I want to taste all of you. Wow, I really do think you got someone like craving you. You could just be having a. You could just people could just want to. That could just be people in general right now for you, my darlings. Um, yeah, cause there's this awakening here. I feel like whoever I'm connecting to, y'all have spent a lot of time, maybe even doing mirror magic, but it's like correcting. For some of y'all could be correcting completely how people viewed y'all once upon a time. Y'all could be coming out just brand new. Like, I had a reading about a counterpart ripping themselves out the plastic because they're brand new. But that goes both ways. If your counterpart is brand new, then that means that you're likely brand new too. Um, Personal power. When will my reflection show who I am inside? Mulan. There we go. All right. I feel like someone is opening up. Ooh, because you are minding your business. Divine feminine energy is going to know how to do that. You decide to replenish and reestablish yourself. Some of y'all need to do this. If you're feeling burnt out, take time, take breaks, okay? Also be mindful of the messages that you're receiving. I had to keep this in mind for myself. Like, look, a psychic is a psychic, but just because someone is a psychic, that doesn't mean that they're your psychic, okay? And that is our responsibility to decipher that based on our feelings and how whether we're drawn to something or whether we're repelled to something. Um, but not everybody. If you feel like you're a counterpart, if you feel like you have a twin flame or a high level soulmate, it's probably not going to help to listen to readers that are flippant, or it's kind of obvious that they're not going through a situation like that, because even if it could be, you can tell by the way people talk about it, how people talk about things. People give themselves away, but that's not just we give ourselves away, regardless of whether we know it or not, based on how we talk about things. So if it's a little bit too flippant, or people um, get to think of get to talking about it like it's some sort of fantasy, or like you're silly, or start talking about it like it's a regular situation, like you could just go and replace it with someone else, or blah 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 like that. Like even when I talk in the regard of there being competition, that doesn't mean that you're hopping on competition or like jumping in these cars. It's energy. So even when I talk about the divine feminine energy having options, that doesn't mean that they're picking a ticket and checking out these options and giving them this experience, because that would be a lot of work for divine feminine energy that she would not do. She wouldn't give herself away like that in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally. Did I say mentally? Like, no, 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 no. It's just about, ooh, hold the line. Love isn't always on time. Love isn't always on time. That's Toto. Hold the line. Love isn't always on time. And a lot of times, it's when you're not looking for it. When I met my person, I wasn't looking for it. As a matter of fact, I didn't dump a Dusty. A Dusty dumped me. And they just stopped talking to me. Just ghosted me. And I was like brokenhearted. I thought I was, but I wasn't. It was really just my ego because the longer I was apart from that person, I started finding I felt peaceful. I was at peace. And when you find yourself at peace, once either you either after you're ghosted or someone ghosts you, then that lets you know that you didn't need those people in your life because you found the peace, right? But I feel like be mindful for the messages that you're picking up on. Also, be mindful that you're taking your breaks and and treating yourself in luxury. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, it's the same thing. I was going for like luxurious, like treating yourself in that manner because you have to reflect this energy that you're drawing to you. If you say you're looking for love, you're waiting for your person, then that's the energy you have to be in. It can't be in this energy of drought. And I had to come to that same realization. My spiritual team had to let me know, Nate, hold on. If you're gonna let your emotions run you about, you could miss up an opportunity because your manifestations are coming straight to you. It's almost like that bat signal with that light, and it's like it's floating down this light. But if you get fearful, if you get doubtful, if you get angsty, if you start having if you start thinking of your person in like these angry kind of ways, they can feel that energy too. It halts things, okay? If you narrow in your focus on something that you're not able to control, it it kind of creates like this friction. Like something's about to blow up and it don't need to. Like just calm. We just need to back ourselves up. back, back, forth and forth. Um, and just perhaps get a wider view of it. Let's see. What does my collect need to know? I don't even know what reading this is. It's where are we going with this reading, Holy Spirit? I feel like I need to say that. But let's see. We got Page of Cups. There's a message of love here. But it looks like it's a new way around. Someone's trying to figure out a new way about this. With the pages here, it's like there's something here that is unique. Whether it be the connection itself, whether it be y'all both kind of experiencing love or experiencing, maybe y'all both had experienced some heartbreaks. Maybe the situation in between y'all and each other caused heartbreak. Um, we got two pages here. So I feel like this heartbreak came from not out of maliciousness, but out of a mishap, perhaps, or a mishandling, or something that was underdeveloped or trying to be developed. With the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, it's like this could be brand new territory. There's something about the situation as it pertains to you and your person that is brand new territory. And so we mustn't come with it with too much judgment, if any at all. Because the Page of Cups here wants to flow. Look at that water in the background. But it can't flow if it's too in its head, if it's afraid to be vulnerable, if it's afraid to let it flow, let it go, let it go, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right. That's Toni Braxton. Back in the '90s, that was a song for Waiting to Exhale, which is one of the best soundtracks of all time. But that song is called "Let It Flow." Um, Sometimes love can't work out right, and sometimes you'll never know it. You're never gonna know it. And if it brings you pain in your life, don't be afraid to let it go. Woo, I love that song. Anywho, so yeah, if something feels painful to you, then let it go. Okay? But if you feel like it's just your own maybe lack of seeing what you need to see, then that may just be a question of your faith. We all have to check in with ourselves here. Not only to remind ourselves that we're staying in the energy in which we're manifesting to ourselves, but also the things that we crave. We crave unconditional love because we know that's what we deserve. So we also need to be sure, what does that mean for us, unconditional love that we deserve. Okay? What are the characteristics that someone needs to be in to show that for us? And what way can we reciprocate that? Because it's not just about what we need to receive, it's also what we can be, what we give naturally. And so I've had to ask myself along this journey, okay, hold on, you say that you are unconditionally loving. So then what is the extent of that? When does it become conditional? And it's a tough question to ask that not everybody can ask, and I don't think everybody needs to ask it or answer that publicly. Sometimes when people ask things or answer publicly, it's because they're trying to make a scene or try to make themselves appear or look a certain way. But sometimes certain answers are fine to just be answered within ourselves, because some questions take some time to answer. Some questions it needs to marinate on our skull a little more. I'm lost without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel to know that what does it say? How does it feel to know that I love you? Somebody's gonna be taken away. This is someone's person, and this is someone with their person, and this is that transition to the next life. Next life, not the next life. The next era. We're still in this life, okay? But this is definitely speaking of someone calling or communication. This is definitely speaking of movement forward, because someone feels lost without you in your life, or feels lost without you in their life. It looks like you bring this person a lot of happiness. Leo could be significant. Um, some of y'all could have a child with this person, a son, or could be destined to have a son with this person. But with the justice there, spirit is all involved in this, and something just needs to get balanced. A truth just needs to come out. Um, ooh, this King of Pentacles. There's a divine masculine energy that definitely feels a duty to make something balanced or fair. Um, and this is gonna usher in a whole era of happiness. But I don't. That's not for everybody. It's gonna be for who it is for, who did the work, who's doing the work. Um, it's who's ever drawing this energy to them. And look, us having tough days is not gonna block our manifestations. A tough day is a tough day. Hop back on that horse the next day, my darling. Y'all see me. Some days I'm here, and some days I'm not. And best believe the days that you don't see me here are the days that I'm injecting into myself powerful love, powerful sensualness that I just feel comes from me naturally, but it can't continue to come from me naturally if I'm not watering that garden within myself. And so I have to pull myself away sometimes to water those gardens. And those are personal things for myself. Like I say, certain answers don't need to be certain questions don't need to be answered out loud. Certain healing doesn't need to be showcased in front of everybody, right? As long as we're doing that for ourselves, that's all we need. Okay. Um, what does this person want to say? We're gonna wrap this up because this was an unconventional kind of reading here. Um, and I never struggle with creating content just by talking. And I be looking up at the time that and I'm just always shocked. I'm just always just like, Oh wow, we're at 30. Okay. All right, so this is a person that they're not currently available. Someone's not currently available, or you may not be currently available. Best believe if someone is not currently available, that is spirit saying the cake ain't ready, and you don't want a cake that ain't ready. And spirit's not gonna send somebody in your direction that's an unbaked cake. Spirit loves you too much. Look at that. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. Spirit loves you way too much to send you anything that's unbaked or unprepared or unready. Even if it's your counterpart. This person that you're connected to, they're grateful for the spiritual lesson. Are you grateful for the spiritual lesson? Are you grateful for this time, for this experience? Okay. Um, yeah, if someone's not available for you, then you're not available too. Y'all not available together. You better find some things to do. Y'all got plenty to do. I'm talking to empresses. I don't have to. Empresses are occupied with things that they love. And if they're occupied with things that they don't love, then they're gonna fill up other things. They're gonna fill up some stuff with things they love. Okay, best believe. Your person says that it was their fault, but they blamed you. At the bottom of the deck, it says, "I wish I could share my good news with you." So someone does have the intention on sharing something with you at some point. It looks like they got some good things to share. Okay. What can my collective expect in the next chapter of their connection with their person? And we'll end it there. What can my collective expect coming up? And it's going to be different for everybody, of course. Everybody's on different timetables. But for my collective that's in this energy of Venus and erotic, not because they're in this energy with anyone, but because they're in this energy with themselves. Ooh. And that's what's drawing us in. You know, it's like I get Regina Belle. It almost sounds like this song almost sounds like a witch chant, but it's just a song. What is it? Silver moon lighting up my bed on my pillow, light the pathway to bring that man to me. Oh, something tells me the fire's growing right up your spine. Yes. And do something tells me you will be all mine. Baby, come to me because I love you. I'm thinking of you. Whoa, baby, come to me. I gotta have you. You got it going on. You're turning me on, baby, come to me. That sounds like a little chant. Somebody's like out here like I'm seeing incense. I'm hearing like good songs and just like dancing, moving the body. And it feels like your person can feel that. Your person can feel what's going on with collective. They feeling like I don't know how they feeling, but they feeling like I gotta be there. They got me feeling like, and I don't wanna miss a thing. See, no, I don't wanna miss one smile, and I don't wanna miss one kiss. Just by being in this energy, you have to be careful what energy that you're in, that you're sitting in. Because if you're in this energy, all of a sudden you got this person feeling like, I don't know what they got going on over there, but I need to know what it is. I don't want to miss the thing. And look at that, four of sticks, this four of wands. This is union. This is someone running up on your ass in your neck of the woods. And this is like nighttime too. They could come through at night. Instead of full moon, that could be something significant about the full moon that we just passed through, or upcoming full moon. But something happens like at the depth of night, not the death of night, the depth of night. I don't know. When you least expect it, it definitely could be someone that you are not seeing eye to eye with currently. But they feel the need to apologize with this Ace of Cups. That's our second Ace of Cups here. Okay. So, take with it what you will, my darlings. Take what you will. Ah, ah. Take with it what you will, my darlings. Take with it what you will. Until next time. I love you. I love you. And I say everything with heart and soul, and no judgment around here, okay? I love you. And if you ain't heard it yet today, then you heard it here first. Take care of yourselves and make it juicy for yourself, all right? Make it lovely. Get yourself some flowers. And always make sure you're setting up your days to be joyful situations for yourself, no matter if you're doing something or rather, no matter if you're doing nothing. If it's with yourself, it's everything because you are sacred. You are a sacred being. Outside of anybody else, you are a sacred being. All right? All right. I'm out.